everybody. I'm so sorry.
Yeah. Okay. Well,
let's start over. Just say the ingredients that you put in there.
All right. So, sorry.
And I'll put the ingredients up on the thing.
Again. Because I have the thing there.
Yes.
Okay. All right. We're starting over really quickly. Hi, everybody. Welcome to Side Dish. It's Saturday. Blah, 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 blah. Please like, subscribe, and hit the bell. That's where we're at there. We hope you have a good week. Here we were catching up. Somebody needs to mention that earlier, folks. This is kind of an interactive deal here. And if you can't hear us, it's not interactive. I'm over here just like minding like a crazy person. Okay, so Cheddar Bay biscuits. I don't want to get sued. We're calling them garlicky cheesy biscuits. There we go. So I have 2 cups of flour. I have 2 teaspoons of baking powder, half a teaspoon of baking soda, 1 teaspoon granulated sugar, 3/4 of a teaspoon of salt, half a teaspoon of garlic powder, 1/8 of a teaspoon of cayenne.
We adjusted
that because you could, if you don't want any heat, you could take it out. But I put an eighth of a teaspoon. 4 ounces of sharp cheddar cheese, which is about a cup, and then I melted 1 stick of unsalted butter. Okay, I think we're caught up.
And this week you have built 2 bookshelves.
Yeah, I built 2 bookshelves. They're in various states. One is almost done and one is about halfway done. I got to stain it and then we're ready to go. I hope everybody else is having a good week. I have a swap in there. So I'm going to go ahead and get the buttermilk out of the refrigerator.
Do you want me to follow you?
I mean, you can.
Here's the rest of our kitchen, folks.
So the baking soda that's in here, I said this earlier, but we couldn't hear me, obviously. So baking soda in here is going to react with the buttermilk because this has some acidity to it. And so that's going to help. It's not a ton. It's not like pouring vinegar into baking soda, but it's going to be enough that when you bake, the reaction will happen and help with lift.
But there is, if you don't have buttermilk, there is a way to make buttermilk.
Yeah, so just take so that's a good point. So if you need buttermilk substitutes, you could take 4 tablespoons of milk and add enough sour cream to make 1 cup. Same thing, 2 tablespoons of milk and enough plain yogurt to make a cup. 1 tablespoon white vinegar and enough milk to make a cup. Let sit for 5-10 minutes.
There you go, the white vinegar. That's the one I know.
1 tablespoon of lemon juice. And enough milk to make a cup. And then it'll look curdled, but stir to combine.
Yeah.
So all of these things are if you don't have buttermilk.
Because most of us don't have buttermilk.
Yeah, but here's the thing that I learned this week. I was watching Dessert Person by one of my favorites, Claire Saffitz, and she was saying they did something with the
oh, look at those.
Yeah, they look real good. But she did something with buttermilk this week. And she was like, buttermilk never goes bad. Like, because of the acidity in it. And I was like, well, that's interesting. But, I mean, she...
Like how long?
I don't know. She just said put it in the back of your fridge and let it sit.
What's the expiration on
this says expiration date by 3/13/21.
Whoa.
Yeah, but I don't believe that. It's pasteurized.
No, I don't believe... Oh, 3/13. Well, we don't know what time when it hit the shelf,
sure,
right?
No,
so
I'm not a professional chef who knows answers to things, but if you want, you can look it up. See how long the shelf life of buttermilk is. All right, so here's where the weirdness is going to happen. I said this earlier, but again, you couldn't hear. But I've got the 1 stick of butter that is sitting here, and I'm going to add the buttermilk to it, and it's going to get real weird.
Ooh, I'm going to zoom in then. I want to see weirdness.
Yeah. You can already see it. It's going to be weird. So I thought, well, since buttermilk and butter are the same, or 2 parts of the cream that come out of after you make butter, I thought, well, you just combine them and they, turn into... It's
going to come together and be delicious.
But...
Oh.
See how it's getting globules.
Well, that's because of the cold and the hot.
No, this is because you let this sit enough that it's the reaction of the 2 states.
Fats?
Yeah, I guess.
Interesting.
So.
Oh, huh. I was not expecting that.
Me neither. All right. So really, you just want to pour this in here now. This has all our cheese and everything, their goodness, and just now the thing with biscuits or any kind of like low, these are not going. We don't want real stretch and gluten in here, right? So there is going to be some because of the mixture of the liquid and the flour, but we don't want to. We don't want to promote that. So really, all we're doing here is we're just going to mix until combined, and you have a real kind of shaggy dough here.
And these are drop biscuits. They're not like cut biscuits.
Yeah, that's a good point.
And you did, which I think is important. I learned in baking that you should, like, if you have flour and baking soda, baking powder, salt, all that, you should mix those dry ingredients first before you add anything that has any moisture.
Yeah, because they could, if you've ever baked anything, and especially,
and like if you bake, you should like sift it together.
Yeah, you can do it. You can sift it. I mean, you can use.
I just usually whisk it.
You can whisk it together, which is good. So this is all I'm doing. That's it, right there. I'm not doing any more. It seems a little just. Here's what I'm going to do though. While we wait for a few minutes, I'm going to pull the other ones out because they need to cool.
Before you put the topping on?
Before I put I don't want them to cool too much, but they will need to cool because you want it to be a little bit.
Oh, what am I? Hold up. Sorry, honey. Okay, there we go. I was just focused on your mixing.
Sure. You'll want because then when it's hot, it's like French fries or something like that. If you add salt and you add like the topping on there, it's really going to adhere better and you're going to get just a better, oomph to it.
Okay.
So this is what they're going to look like when they come out.
Those look amazing.
I think they're going to be fine. So what I'm going to do though
is that like this should work?
Yeah, they're going to be fine. I'm going to let them sit.
Oops, where am I going? There we go.
Just watch them over there. Make sure they don't do anything fancy, like jump up and run around. But I need to get another baking sheet.
I don't follow you.
That's fine. Okay. Now you can use parchment paper here, or you can just use aluminum foil, which is what I'm doing because
we have parchment paper.
Yeah, but it doesn't really. I just don't want them sticking to the bottom. So
mostly because we're lazy at cleaning our cookie sheets.
Don't worry. Without even looking, folks, I'm going to have it almost perfect. And I have an extra so that I can pull it up. So
he lies. He has an extra because he didn't measure as well. So
yeah, no, that's not right. Look at that. It's perfect. So I can just grab like this.
Mm-hmm.
You can doubt me all you want.
You guys believe that?
Okay. Like Leo gets from Lethal Weapon. I'm using a number 16 scoop, or this is equal to a quarter cup. You want to get a little bit of spray in there. And then you're going to, it says it makes 10, but I went a little heavy and we got 9, which is fun. And can you
show us? Show us your scooper.
That's a scoop. And that's what it kind of looks like. And then
okay, I'm going to zoom in, so don't do any fancy talking.
I won't do any fancy talking. No, that's not. It's going to be fine. We'll just alternate it. They might look, they're going to be delicious.
I like how they have those edges on them because that part gets crispier, and I like that part.
Yeah.
Okay. So, Doug, what are we having with this?
I am going to make up like a scampi, but I'm going to do it with langostino and shrimp and butter and noodles,
garlic.
It's just gonna be
real good.
This is a pretty sticky. This is why I recommend using, getting your actual scoop here. gonna have to rearrange. Maybe 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, we'll see. Oh yeah, see, perfect. Now, since
so you made even less.
No, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9.
Yeah, you're right. Sorry, shouldn't have doubted you.
I'm just getting all the goodness out of here because, why would you want to leave it in there? You work so hard to make it.
It irritates me so much when TV chefs.
Oh my God.
Don't wipe the bowl. I'm like, what are you doing? Scrape the bowl.
I would imagine by the time that what you're seeing, they probably made the recipe like 100 times.
So they're tired.
And they're like,
of it.
you know what? I got enough of this.
We fed the entire crew. We don't need any more. But they don't spread, huh?
No, I mean, a little bit. Not bad. I mean, they will.
But you can put them pretty close together.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Okay.
I did.
Because they're pretty big.
Yeah, but they're going to be delicious before we've got.
Well, I'm doubting that part.
Now I'm going to get rid of that. And these go in for 12 minutes.
At
450. Preheat your oven. For sure. So I just, these ones are out. And what are we going to do now?
These ones?
These ones. The first one. So I'm going to reuse this bowl.
What?
I know. Don't get weird. And then
that biscuit that's closest to you is weird.
This one?
Yeah.
This has got a weird shape. It's fine. Pretty fun. I'm not really measuring for this. It says 2 tablespoons of melted butter.
That's way more than 2 tablespoons. Oh, you're gonna do for both.
For both.
Okay.
Right. That's about
like,
4 tablespoons.
What?
And then it does say to do what is it? Half a teaspoon of garlic powder, but I'm not sure. I'm gonna, like I said, I'm gonna do the fresh, and I'm gonna just do the same what you've seen us do a million times on here, microplane it in, and it's gonna be great because it's gonna basically disappear and also cook in the butter, and it's gonna really infuse with butter or garlicky flavor.
It's gonna be great.
Yeah.
GRATE.
Great. I did see somebody who was like,
it's gonna have some of Doug's DNA in there too.
That's fine. And
why don't you put the next one?
Trash anyway, so.
Oh yeah, Doug got his
my DNA profile back for the Nevada Health
Project. Nevada Health Project.
I got a little bit of Native American. And
you have some Inuit. Which
I have the people who came over on the Bering Sea Bridge. Mm-hmm. That's what the thing is.
Hear that, Ted?
Yeah. I'm sure that a lot of people have that.
I don't have that.
Do you have any Native American blood in you?
No.
Well then, that's why you wouldn't get it. We're more.
I actually don't know if I do or not. I haven't got it yet.
Closer to the land.
I think that's racist.
It's not.
I think it is. I think you're making some assumptions.
I mean, there are probably a few indigenous peoples who don't give a shit about any of that, but and then this is a 1/4 teaspoon of dried parsley.
No, you had the right side.
We're just gonna do that, and so I'm gonna do a half because it's a double here. Give it to me.
Those are fancy.
But that doesn't seem like enough.
No, I think those were somewhere. Yeah.
That's all that's left. It's not like parsley got a huge flavor profile.
It's not, but it is attractive, right? So, I may have melted the butter first. Is that going to burn the parsley?
Nope. It's not. It's already dried. It's not. There's no moisture to catch fire. I mean, I don't know. It could.
There's no moisture to catch fire. Think about what you just said there.
I said what I said. All right, so
look at that.
Good bottom. We're gonna. I'm not gonna do anything with it yet, but I'm gonna tell you that's what you're looking for.
Are you gonna smush them in closer together to put this yum yum on top so it doesn't all go to waste?
I mean, I can. I was just gonna brush it on.
Oh, I thought you were gonna pour it on.
I mean,
I thought you said you were gonna pour it on.
Is that what you want me to do? Is pour it on?
He said that, right? He said he was going to pour on the topping.
Listen,
I'm checking Denise for
you can
confirmation.
Check the crowd too. I mean,
Well, you probably said it when it wasn't on.
I think brushing would be more effective.
Nah, Denise is a killjoy.
Ooh.
She thinks brushing would be more effective.
Smells delightful, folks. Oh.
Fine, brush it on. See if I
Oh,
care.
goodness. Look at how good that is.
We can't see it. Hold on. Let me zoom.
It is.
Okay, looks delightful.
Good.
Oh, hold up. I gotta go down a bit. Okay.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, that's that.
Do you bake it more after this?
No.
It's raw garlic.
No, it's fine. It's cooked a little bit in the butter, so that's why it smells like that.
I think I might put it in for a little bit.
I'm not going to. So you don't need to. We eat raw garlic in a lot of things.
I think I'm gonna put the second batch in more.
No, this is you just follow the recipe.
You're not gonna put that back in to brown up and get delicious?
No,
I
because
think
it's
you're
not
really
going
missing
to.
an opportunity
It's not
here.
going to.
What do you guys think? Think Doug's missing an opportunity here?
Maybe, but
No, I think he's doing it right.
I know he's putting it on right. I just feel like it should go back in for a few minutes.
well, you can taste this one and tell me what you think.
Mm.
You hear that? First time, fine. You don't have to eat it. How about that?
Gosh, it smells delicious.
So, oh,
That's a good looking biscuit.
it's real,
Mm.
yeah. So,
Yes, I agree. I want to brown one of the batches and see how it goes.
who said that?
A tuner inner.
No, well, I'll find out who you are. You're wrong. I'm just kidding. I just gilded the lily on my bite by dipping.
Yeah, you totally dipped it in there. We saw you.
It was really good that way, so I may have to make more of that.
Everyone gets butter.
But this took 12 minutes. I mean, it's 20 minutes, like, overall. You can, with a little bit of know-how, even biscuits themselves don't have to take very long. Now, biscuits, there's more of a maybe laminating so that you get layers of the butter in there, and so there is a little bit more technique to it. But you don't necessarily have to do that in all cases. I mean, what do you think?
It's delicious.
They're pretty good.
Yeah.
They're light, they're fluffy, they're super flavorful all the way through, I think. And the topping is...
Yeah, they're done perfectly.
Uh-huh. So 12 minutes. I think we left them in maybe a little bit longer, maybe
You
14,
did.
But you check your oven. I was going to mention this anyways.
What were you looking for before you pulled them out?
Brown.
The edges
I
to
wanted
be
the brown. I wanted the brownie.
okay.
I mean, you obviously can't see the bottom, but as it starts to brown on the top, the other thing that anytime you bake anything, you have to let it rest. I mean, even most breads you have to let rest for an hour until they're already cool, because the interior is not always completely done when you do it. Oh, you know what the other thing I was going to do? I was going to add some of this cheese on the top.
Ooh.
Maybe on the second batch we'll add that, and then we'll add and then crisp the cheese up a little bit and under the broil.
I stand corrected. I don't think we should do that.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Well, see, folks, you can have an opinion and make a change. See, just a little bit of knowledge. But yeah, watch your oven. I mean, if you look at these have got 5 minutes left. But if you look at them and they're still looking a little bit doughy, leave them in. But keep watch on them. It's not going to be another 15 minutes, but you want to continue to watch them. And then let them rest for at least, I think that was like 5 minutes or so. But make sure they're hot and then brush the stuff on. I think that's all I have for you today. What do we got? What is that, 20 minutes?
I don't know. I'm not on
30
the right
minutes.
screen. Okay.
All right. So, what did we learn? We learned that We can't hear you. We can't.
We have to
accept,
press.
Unless we hit the button, which is fine.
Sorry.
We're still learning. Then we also know that we can make these in 20 minutes, 25 minutes. You could get this done first, bake them, and then get your main going. And if you're making like a steak or you're making pasta, that's enough time to boil water and make it quick.
Yeah.
You know, that you can have this really fast.
These are happening more often. That's what I learned. Okay.
Okay. Next week, maybe we'll stay in the same vein. Maybe we'll actually do actual biscuits next week. Because there is technique to it that would be interesting to see. And a lot of it is just folding. And then rolling, and then folding, and then rolling.
That's the laminating, yeah?
Yeah. It's also a method of doing croissants, but we'll figure that out. That's it. We did it. We made it through another one. 31. That's crazy. We will, again, in 2 weeks, we'll be live on location in Portland. And we will figure out some Portland-themed side dish to do there, or some of the something or something. Remember, there's not a lot going on out in the world. Well, maybe there is for you, but if you're going to go out there, be kind, be loyal, and go out and do something nice for somebody this week. We'll see you next week. We love you very much, and thank you for stopping by as always.